I'm going to be sharing a really simple and easy way to decorate your table for fall or Thanksgiving. It is absolutely stunning and so easy to put together. Let's get started. I've already laid out my tablecloth and I put a runner down the middle. It's actually 2 bamboo placemats that I have picked up from Dollar Tree. I like to put a table runner down the middle of my table, and I also like to use things such as garlands like this one I picked up from Michael's. And all I'm going to do is stretch this out down across the table runner that I've created. Now, as I mentioned, I like to add a table runner because it helps me build my centerpiece in the middle of my table, but doesn't require a container. Here, I'm laying out some large wood slices to create some height. And I'm just bending this garland. It is all wired, which is so nice. And you can see how I've got everything laid out so far. That's just my base. I have got these mini gourds. I picked them up from a trip that I made with my daughters to a local orchard, and I absolutely love them. I love the different colors that they have now. So all I'm going to do is lay these gourds out around my table, trying to balance the look somewhat. I actually do wish I had a couple more of these gourds, but I'm making do. I am going to use these leaves that I picked up. They're faux leaves that I picked up from Michael's. I trimmed them down. They were in a larger bush. And all I'm going to do is tuck those stems in around the pumpkins, wood slices, and garland. The garland is great to lay out ahead of time because it helps you to anchor things down, also gives you a place to hide your stems and whatnot, like you see me doing here. So I'm just going to evenly spread these leaves out here and there until I have it all nicely balanced. So like I said, I didn't want to use a container, and this is something I do quite often. I find it is so effective, especially if you're just not sure what to put down the middle of your table. This gives you lots of options. You can definitely play around. So you can see here how I've got those stems laid out, and we can still see the stems. Don't worry, we're going to be taking care of those. But first, I decided I wanted to add some fairy lights. So I like to use these particular fairy lights because they've got a smaller battery pack. But if you can't find a small battery pack like this one, that is okay. We are going to have enough elements within our arrangement that you're going to be able to hide the larger battery pack, no problem. Another option is to use some battery operated tea lights. That would be a really nice touch as well. So here you can see how I've hidden that little battery pack. Next, I'm going to add some branches. Now, if you've been following me for a long time, you know how much I love to add branches to my arrangements. I just find that bringing nature inside really helps to make the arrangements look a little more natural. And I love to add pine cones and birch bark or mosses and whatnot. But today I'm just going to be using the wood slices, the gourds, and the branches for our natural touches today. But because this is not a permanent arrangement, you can definitely experiment. So let's say we do decide to add a few pine cones. It's going to be easy enough to remove. All right, so I'm just going to continue to add some of these branches until I'm happy with how it looks. I found these beautiful hydrangeas from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to push the leaves up just to help to fill them out a little bit more, and I'm going to cut them off. Now this is what I'm going to use to start covering up some of the mechanics of our arrangement. So I'm just going to tuck them in here and there. These work really well. You could use anything though. They did have other colors, so I would definitely check out your local Dollar Tree to see what they have. Michael's is a great place to find different florals and leaves as well. I find that they have sales regularly, so I would check that out. Walmart, I do not know, as my local Walmart does not carry much for that. So this is a pretty kind of golden yellow little flower that I got from Dollar Tree a year or two ago. And I thought it would help to spread that orangey golden yellow from the pumpkins around really nicely. I just felt it just needed a little bit more, but you can see how beautiful this is coming together so far. At this point, I decided to add some grasses. Now, some of these I had purchased from a local dollar store here, these little seed pods, and I also just picked some grasses from my front yard. I forgot that I wanted to include these as well, so that's another little natural element that you can add. You can go for a walk along your street or trails or wherever and collect some of these grasses as well. They would be nice and dry this time of year, which is great for some fall arrangements. You could also add some wheat or rye or barley, whatever. Okay, so I needed to clean off my tablecloth, so I'm just using a lint roller. Gathering up some other supplies to start doing table setting. I got these napkins from Dollar Tree. I love them. I thought they would work so well. Here is what the place lighting looks like. I decided not to use a charger. I felt like it needed just a touch of greenery to match the napkin, so I'm adding this shrubbery. And all I did was just pull those stems off and tucked it in here and there. Now, I know you may be wondering, because the garland in there, why didn't I just use that? But some of that was hiding, so I decided to add just a touch more of this green just to brighten it up a little. And I have to say, I think this has come together absolutely beautifully. I'm using some wood slices just to elevate some of the smaller pumpkins that were hiding, but that was it. This came together so well, and you can see how absolutely stunning it looks. Now I've got some other ideas for you to check out, so stay tuned till the end as I'm going to be sharing some pictures of those as well as some video links for you to check out. Here is the playlist for you to check out of the other fall and Thanksgiving tablescapes that I have created, again, in a simple way. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.